Hello again everyone, welcome back to JMC Creates. My name is Jackie McKissick and today I am making this card. It's a happy birthday card. I am using Tonic stamps and dies from the stamp club I Love You Very Much. It's because of the fairies. It's full of fairies. Will you quit coming out when I'm busy? You know that in this relationship it is your job to feed me.
Nope.
So anyway, just ignore him.
Yeah, she does.
I love you, darling. Yeah. Now bugger off. Right, anyway, so here's what we're going to do. I've already. I'll talk you through that in a minute. Right, I've cut out this die here on a piece of card that was 3 3/4, just over 3 3/4 by just over by 5.5. Say 3 3/4 by 5.5. Okay, so that's that. This is going to be this bit. So we're just going to get on with it and I'll talk you through as I'm going along. So I've got cracked pistachio, twisted citron and mowed lawn. Oh no, I forgot to do the colouring in first. Okay, I nearly forgot. I want to colour my flowers in. There are some flowers here, and I'm doing these ones purple. I'm just going over them, tracing what I think the outline of the flower is. And colouring them in with my Spectrum Noir tri-blend. Okay, I'm doing that in the darkest. And I'm colouring these ones now in yellow. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of the light brown and just go round the inside. And I'm going to do the stem of my toadstool. And then I'm just going to go back over that. Just to create a little bit of contrast. Okay. Then I want to colour in the flowers. There's a couple of little flowers down in here. Okay, and that's it. That's what I did. And then I took these inks and I just dabbed them on in different places. Okay, the two light green ones. I'm just going round and round. I'm ignoring that inner bit for a minute. Just take your time and try and get as much ink on as you can. Take a darker one and just go round the edges. Take this one and go in again. Okay. Right, and then I'm going to take this and dig it in Mold Alone and do the darkest bit in there. Like that. So I am. Okay. I'm going to cover that toadstool over so it doesn't matter. Right. I'm going to stick another layer of ink on around the outside then, just to build it up. I'm just going between Twisted Citron and Cracked Pistachio, just to get the edges covered. And that is my fairy frame. Very little frame. Okay, so we put those away. Make a good little Berlin knot. There. And by the way, in response to my husband's comments, no, I do not feed him. I hate cooking. I don't cook. Cooking and I don't get on. So he does the cooking. Like a wonderful little man he is. He's trying to clean up after me. For a change. Right, so then what are we going to do? What we need to do is we're going to fill in the flowers with gems, but I then put a bit of red on this bit here, because it didn't matter what I did, I kept getting it coloured, so I put a bit of red on it and cut it out, and then I cut a bit of brown for in behind it and just stuck it on. And now I'm just going to stick it on here. And that will be, I did think about doing the flowers like that, but they worked out alright just the way they are, so I was happy enough with that, so I was. I think that's a bit light there. So it is. Just want to make sure. Sure to be sure. Sure to be sure. An Irish saying, sure to be sure. Right, wait, I drink my tea. And I actually did make the tea, and I made him a cup, so there. Right, next we want a piece for the background, so we've cut a bit the same size. I'm actually going to have to cut a little bit off the top. Okay. And then I've taken my light blue and dark blue brushes and my stencils and my cloud stencils, and I've simply gone over like that. So what we want to do now is glue that onto there. And I have already coloured my fairy in with I did some with my Arteza real brush on Bristol Smooth, and I did some with Arteza alcohol markers. That's what I was doing yesterday. Tyler didn't want to go to the beach because he didn't want to dirty his nice white trainers, and he couldn't be bothered going home for another pair. So me and him stayed here and watched YouTube. He watched YouTube and I sat and coloured in while I was watching YouTube. So a productive day was had, and by the end of it we were both knackered. We did nothing. I think I fell asleep at 8:30 last night. Oh my gosh. And then of course, as usual, I was up and down all night long, and then that's going to go on to our 11.5 by 4 1/8 scored at 5 3/4, our top fold tint card. Okay, so just put that in the middle. Okay, oh, I thought I'd lost my pen. I must get one of those pin things with all the dangly bits on it for somewhere. So these are all the ones I coloured yesterday. I'm going to take that toadstool out. My fairy is going to be sitting on it. I did 2 of everything, so I should have another one of her, she says, crossing her fingers, and voila. So I want to put this down just with glue. Okay. And then my little fairy's going to sit on top of that. But first I'm going to stamp my... Maybe I'll do have a very nice day. Have a very nice day. I did happy birthday the last time. But I'm thinking something different. Right, have a very nice day. Wait, I bring that over to me, I check it looks kind of straight. Nope. Get apart. I don't want these close together like that. Right, that'll do right. I'm not farting about with it anymore. I'm just going to stamp it in the VersaFine. Give it a good firm press, and one go is all it needs. Yippee-ki-yay! Right.
Smaller squares
Oh.
fit our mini.
You're Gina K in the background there. I had her on pause, so I just put YouTube on while I'm creating and just listen, and I look up at the card and then I just tune out until the next one. Whenever I couldn't read the book, I used to have Audible, and then I stopped it because I could read again when I got my eyes fixed. But Audible might be nice in the background while you're doing that. So then the last things we want to do is put our wee fairy on with some stickies. 1, 2, 3, right? And then a couple on her wings. Get that off that sentiment. I don't want it smudging until I have to do the whole thing over again at the last minute, because there's absolutely zero chance of that happening. So if I muck it up, too bad, so sad. Life's a bitch and then you die. Right, come on, get off. I've no nails. I've literally no nails. Look, what I do have are blue and green now. Ha! Come on. One has come off onto my finger. Come on, get off my finger. Right, so then our wee doll's sitting on the thingy-majig like that, and then I did some dragonflies. Is there another one? I thought I did 2. There, it's in honor. I just stamped them in dye ink. I'm just going to put them on there, like that, and a wee bit down their bellies. And then I need some gems. So I've got some of these wee furry orange ones on here, and they're going in the centre of my flowers. I just put a bit of ink glue to make sure they stay. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. Right, and green. I gave up trying to teach TJ that. He just doesn't listen. He's got to the age now where he's decided he just ignore grannies. Just accept the fact that his granny's raving mad, I think. Just got on with it. So there we go. That is our Have a Very Nice Day card from Tonic Stamp Club. What's it called again? I love you very much. So thank you for stopping by. It is much appreciated. Please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Keep me in YouTube land. Like, subscribe, share, anything that'll help me out is much appreciated. Thank you for stopping by, spending your time with me. Take care, be safe and well. Until the next time, Jack you out.